This is not the good stuff. This is just a tribute. Coming up on the show, we'll talk to Kevin Mitchell from Jebediah ahead of their show at King Street.
Now, part of my original idea was that we might even just create songs just by cutting and pasting different jam sessions together.
We'll also be joined by local band Pit.
We're going to bring our surfboards up. We're surfers and we're just going to surf and go to the beach every day.
Produced on Awabakal and Warramai Land, this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The Good Stuff. Hello and welcome back to The Good Stuff. Newcastle is now known as the place that Tenacious D broke up. It's been quite a dramatic week, but thankfully we have heaps of good music happening this weekend. As well as our chat with Jebediah and Pit, we're going to share a warehouse session and interview with Butterknife. We're going to pass on some choice picks from the Newcastle Live Gig and Event Guide. Dan's going to tell you about the Timeless Summer Tour, but before that, we're going to give you an update on the Winter Heat Festival. Let's get into it.
Newcastle Live. Newcastle Live.
Unfortunately, due to an extreme weather forecast, this weekend's Winter Heat Festival has been rescheduled until July 27. This year's theme, Flame, Fire and Neon Delight, will take over Pacific Park next weekend for the event's 20th year. You can find out more by heading to newcastlelive.com.au.
Good stuff.
To celebrate their first album in 20 years, Jebediah have gone out on a tour that will stop in here at Newcastle this Saturday night. Here's the chat that we had with Kevin Mitchell from Jebediah.
Yeah, we set up in the studio, we mic'd everything up, and the idea was we'll just record all our jams and then, we'll record all our jams at night. And then we'll come in the next day and we'll just listen back to everything and we'll just chuck out the bad stuff and keep the good stuff. And part of my original idea was that we might even just create songs just by cutting and pasting different jam sessions together and do it, in a really in a very kind of synthetic kind of way.
Yeah, that's cool.
But as it turned out, those first sessions were a really good way for us to just get comfortable in the room playing together again. And we from those sessions we created songs like Gum Up the Bearings and Motivation, and songs that sound like a band playing in a room together. And a song like Gum Up the Bearings is a song that could, actually Motivation as well, They sound like songs that could have come off previous Jebediah records maybe.
Jebediah's Oix Tour will hit King Street this Saturday night. To find out more and grab your tickets, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au.
School of Rock, the musical, lands in Newcastle July 18. Get ready to stick it to the man with the ultimate musical thrill ride based on the legendary film and with a rockin' new score from Andrew Lloyd Webber. School of Rock, the musical. Book now.
Good stuff. Earlier this month, Sydney's Vinyl Records released a compilation called Indie Sounds from Newy and the Hunter. Here's the chat that we had with Pit about their involvement.
Yeah, so we messaged them and we just kind of introduced ourselves last year. We were just like, oh, we're Pit, if you ever want to do anything, we'd be keen. And then they messaged us back and said, oh, we're doing an album compilation, which comes out July 1st as well. Yeah. And he said, would you be keen on being on that? So it's, I think it's 2 songs on the vinyl and 1 on the CD. Or the other way around. So we have our 2 Don't Come Running Back and Use Me on there.
Cool.
And and then he just said there's some tour dates with it, and we were kind of like, oh yeah, many more gigs are better. So we were like, that's cool. And then we found out it was going up to Brisbane and stuff, and we were just stoked. So
some of the bands that appeared on this compilation will be performing at the Hamilton Station Hotel this Friday night. To grab your tickets and find out more, head on over to newcastlelive.com.au. The good stuff.
Local artist, talent manager and all-round boss, Maeve Grant has been named as Music New South Wales Local Coordinator for Newcastle. As Newcastle Coordinator, Maeve will have the responsibility for facilitating professional development events, opportunities, and networking for local industry professionals and artists. To find out more about what Maeve will be doing and how she can help you, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
Good stuff.
Hey guys, we're Butterknife at the Newcastle Live Warehouse Sessions. This next song is going to be a cover of Ray's song called Escapism.
I'd love to start off by asking about the name Butterknife. Where did it come from?
Oh my god. We had just dissolved another band to make this one, and we like dressing up all cute and then playing harder music, and we're like, what's a word that sort of encapsulates that? And we're like, yeah, butter knives, like they're round, but like if you try hard enough you can still stab someone. And that's, I don't know, I couldn't think of anything better.
I always thought it was just we were like, what's a random object? And then we just picked up a butter knife and chose that.
Oh, the story changes.
I like Lily's story more. The story changes. Lily's story. She's a heartbroken bitch, high heel 6-inch in the back of the nightclub, sipping champagne. I don't trust any young bitches I'm with in the back of the taxi, sniffing cocaine. Drunk tests, drunk tears, John said I was looking for a man who was on the same page. That's the intro. Yeah, we started in music class. It was the three of us. Year 9 or 8, I don't know. I think
I
it
wouldn't
was
count year 8 because that was
just fucking around. Bria only joined us almost a year ago.
Yeah, my anniversary is coming up.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
But we kind of all just got put together in a little assignment thing and played together. And then we were like, we're kind of good. And then we kind of just stuck together. I don't want to feel like I felt last night. Make these things I can't change. Last night. Then we wrote Misty. And then that was just like a thing, just like a random little project in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And we just put it out and didn't think it was going to go anywhere. And then it just skyrocketed. And then we were like, oh my gosh. Like, I fully thought, I was like, no one's going to hear this except for like my family and friends. And then I looked like a week later and it was at like 15,000 streams.
That's crazy. Yeah. And it's sitting at like 1.5 million now.
Yeah, almost
like
2
just
million.
on Spotify. Yeah.
Almost at 2 million now. That's crazy.
This is where it
Sounds good.
good stuff.
Here are some of the sickest gigs happening this weekend here in Newcastle, New South Wales. From the Newcastle Live Gig Guide. On Friday night, the indie sounds from Newy and the Hunter Tour will hit the Hamilton Station Hotel featuring Pit, Butterknife and heaps of other local bands. Hunter Drama's season of School of Rock the Musical is at the Civic Theatre this weekend, and Whistle Dixie are playing at the Oak. On Saturday, Mel Buttle's Not Here to Put Socks on Centipedes show will hit the City Hall. Jebediah's Oix Tour will stop in at King Street with Magic Dirt on support. To finish off your Saturday night, Infested Entrails, Shiver, Fall from Heaven and Plague Dweller will tear up the Hamo. On Sunday, you can catch some mighty grooves at The Underground, brought to you by Daryl Aberhart and friends. Plus, there's a mighty microfest happening at Adamstown Bowling Club featuring Poltergeist 9000, Cat Piss, Le Shiv, Radium Dolls, Fungus, and heaps more. To find out what else is happening around Newcastle and the Hunter this weekend, head to the Newcastle Live Gig and Event Guide.
This is
Good
stuff.
This summer, Hope Estate will turn back the clock when the Timeless Summer Tour hits the Hunter with some of the biggest names from the 70s and 80s. See my eyes then? The tour will feature performances by Boy George of Culture Club, Bonnie Tyler, Babe, Tony Hadley and Starship featuring Mickey Thomas, Gotta love a bit of Mickey Thomas. Pre-sale kicks off at 10 a.m. on the 24th of July. To find out more, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
You're officially caught up with all of the good stuff that's happening around Newcastle this weekend. Before you go, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week for more of the good stuff. Yep, cool. Done.